Today we're going to be talking about moving abroad from the US, living abroad, the differences, how you can get the F out of the United States and live abroad if that's something that you want to do. I see Keita says, I have been there. I want to go back because I feel so safe there. Period, Keita. I mean, listen, that is a huge, huge factor. Like me and my husband were kind of joking about how here in Colombia, we live so close to a police station. And we were like, can you imagine being in the US and actually like wanting to live near the police station, just like walking past a bunch of cops and just like feeling like, yeah, good morning, and just like walking by. And I know that's really sad. That's how it is in the US. Not for everybody, but for some people. But no, I definitely hear you. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Please keep double tapping that screen. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Bianca. And last year, my husband and I left the United States to live abroad as digital nomads. So let me know in the comments, who knows what a digital nomad is? Put a number, no, not a number. Put the word yes in the comments if you know what a digital nomad is. Drop the words not yet. If you have not heard of a digital nomad, or maybe you've heard of one, but you're like, what is that? Hello, Sammy. How are you? Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. So I feel like one thing a lot of creators are not talking about on this app is that how there are a lot of different ways that you can live abroad. There's not one right or perfect way to live abroad. If you want to experience living outside of the United States, yes, you can absolutely pick up all of your stuff and go move to one country and stay there. That's an option. But you can also decide to be something like a digital nomad, which is what me and my husband do. So a digital nomad is somebody who works and travels. So we have been in 10 different countries since last year because we are nomads. So whenever you think about the word nomad, that's someone who like moves around from place to place. You technically don't have an official home. And thank y'all for the hearts. And then when you put the word digital in front of it, that just means we make money from anywhere. Like we can make money digital. So that's what a digital nomad is. And that's another option for someone who wants to move abroad. Maybe you want to move around from place to place. Maybe you want to, travel for a bit. So yeah. Excuse me. Like I said, you have options. Sammy says, I'm moving ASAP. Period. Where we going, Sammy? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Drop a number 1 if you're new here. Drop a number 2 if you are not new, if you are back because you rocks with your girl. And drop a number 3 if you would like to get the F out of the United States and live abroad in the next 365 days. Okay, UK. I've never been to the UK either. So I love whenever people like mention places I've never been because I'm like, yes, I want you to go live there. I want you to tell me how great it is. I want to know if I need to visit. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome. Where are we trying to go? Nikki is also a number 3. What countries are y'all interested in? Let me know. Drop up in the comments, okay? So like I said, welcome y'all who are new here. Welcome to my TikTok live. My name is Bianca. I'm sorry, my TikTok and my YT live. I'm live on YouTube as well. Made a live 2 times in one day. Yes, you did, Marcia. Welcome back. So I am a digital nomad who is currently living abroad. Today, we're going to be diving into how to move abroad from the United States. So I'm going to be sharing some real life gems, some of my own personal experiences. And I'm also going to be sharing a special offer to help you get everything you need to move abroad if that's something that you want to do. Sammy says Manchester is affordable and I work as a brand. I work as a brand ambassador, period. So is your brand ambassador job, is that remote? Like you can work that from anywhere? I've also heard that Manchester is very affordable. So, I mean, honestly, y'all, so many places outside of the US are affordable. Like y'all would be so surprised. Like, and like I said, me and my husband, like we've been in 10 different countries since last year. And I'm telling you, when people be asking like, excuse me, I got something in my throat, y'all. Whenever people are like, oh my God, you're like, how do you afford this? I really want to ask y'all, like, how do y'all afford living in the US? Because we save so much money living outside of the United States. Like our biggest expense here is like our rent. I mean, I guess most people's biggest expense is their rent. And oh my God, I might need to just like do like a big throat clear because I'm like, what is this in my throat right now? But yeah, like our biggest expense is our rent. And I'll be honest, like we low-key pay like a gringo price for our rent. So like this apartment on Airbnb is like $1,800 a month, but the guy negotiated us down to $1,600 because we were willing to stay for longer. But at the end of the day, I'm like $1,600 and we have a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom or three and a half bathroom We got a pool. We have 24/7 security. We have a gym. We have a steam room. We have AC, which is not common here in Medellin. And honestly, in a lot of places, you don't even need AC here. But because me and my husband both sleep hot, we at least need AC in the bedroom. Like we realized, we were like, okay, we cannot negotiate on this. So we're on the 18th floor. We have beautiful, beautiful views. So honestly, we're really happy with it. And we don't have to pay, like, we don't pay light bill, we don't pay water bill, we don't pay Wi-Fi, we don't pay gas, electric, like we don't pay any of those things. I'm at the screen. Okay, I got it. All right, I was about to be like, I'm gonna have to go on mute because I'm not about to stay here to embarrass myself. Although I think I already did. That's what I love about live. I'm like, y'all, I'm a human like everybody else. Sometimes I gotta blow my nose, I gotta clear my throat, I gotta cough, I gotta do all the things. That's why I like going live instead of posting in the feed, because I'm like, y'all go get what y'all go get, okay? Regular human over here. Thank you, Cheryl. Look at Cheryl encouraging me to get some water. I appreciate you. Whew, okay, good God, we better now. Okay, let me see. They have locations in London and USA. Perfect. Mexico, because it's nearby. Portugal is on the agenda, period. So Cheryl, maybe you start off in Mexico and then take a sip, sis. Maybe you start off in Mexico, and maybe while you're in Mexico, you can have a chance to visit Portugal. Mexico is my favorite country, so I'm very biased. I've never been to Portugal, but it's definitely on my list. The weather in Medellin, Colombia is beautiful. It's actually known as the city of eternal spring. It's one of the main reasons that people live here, or the people love it here, because it basically, it not alternates. It basically, what's the word? Oh my God. I don't know. It basically goes back and forth between, the weather is basically between 60 and 80 degrees every day, like year round. That's pretty much what it is. Like I said, it's called the city of eternal spring. And I remember first, because we had a pool last year, but we never got it because we were like, why are people getting in the pool here? Like it's not even hot enough. Y'all, the water in the pool be warm. I'd be like, so now I love having me a pool. I go at least once a week. Like I said, we have our own steam room. It's just, yeah, like we walk to the grocery store. Y'all, I walk to get my, I got these nails done. I don't know why. I don't know why they look so red. They're actually hot pink. But I got these nails done the other day, y'all, $12 USD. $12 USD. Not to be all TMI, y'all, but I got a Brazilian. It was 46,000. That's less than $12. Yeah, because my manicure, my nails were 53,000 Colombian pesos, which is like, it's like $12, like less than $13. And then my wax was 45. So even less than that, y'all better stop playing. This style would have cost me $300 in the US, $250 minimum. $250 minimum, maybe including the hair. I paid $60 to get these done, including the hair. Y'all, I'm telling you, you out here thinking that living abroad is so expensive and that you can't afford it. Just get your ass out of the United States and watch your life change. Get your ass out of the United States and watch your life change. Me and my husband, we celebrated our 3rd anniversary, and we went to a spa the other day. And y'all, I want you to understand, this was kind of on the expensive side. We went to a spa, so we did kind of like the full spa day. It's not literally a whole day, but we started off with massages, and then we got into like the steam room. We got out. They put this, oh my God, it smells so good. This like coffee exfoliation on our skin. We got back into the steam room. Then we got into the jacuzzi. We had wine. We had a bowl of fruit. Y'all, it was $75. It was $75 per person for all of that. In the US, where you're not even going to get a massage for an hour for $75. We got the massage, the steam room, the skin exfoliation, the jacuzzi, the wine, the fruit. And honestly, y'all, like I said, that's kind of on the high end. Like that 75, like I know that like that's not even as low as we can find it. So please don't be thinking that you cannot afford to live abroad. Like you gotta stop getting so caught up in the process and start really thinking about your life once you get on the other side. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like moving is sexy, because it's not. Moving is not fun. Whether you move next door, whether you move to a new city, whether you move to a new state, moving is not fun. It's moving. But once you get there and you get settled in your new place, like y'all, it's a beautiful thing. And speaking of, let me know in the comments, y'all. Let's get real. Let's get real right now. Let me know your why. Those of y'all who want to move abroad, you want to experience life outside of the United States, what is your why? Put in the comments and let me know, why do you want to move abroad? What is your reasoning behind wanting to experience life in a completely different country, wanting to uproot your life from a country that you've been in more than likely all of your life? At least most of your life, to go live somewhere else? Drop in the comments and let me know, what is your why? Why do you want to move abroad? Because one thing I'm gonna tell y'all right now that a lot of people are not telling you is that moving abroad is 80% mindset. I'm gonna say that one more time. Moving abroad is 80% mindset. Y'all, we can talk about visas. We can talk about the different countries that we like. We can talk about how to move abroad with pets. I understand these things are important, but I need you to understand that mentally, okay, you got to mentally prepare, because if you keep allowing your thoughts, because remember, y'all, our brains are here to help us survive. Our brains are not here to help us thrive. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Put your why. Why do you want to move abroad? Your brain is not here to help you thrive, y'all. It's here to help you survive. So that means your brain is going to be the first one to be like, oh, but that's going to be so expensive. Oh, but you don't speak the language. Oh, but how are you going to make friends? Oh, well, how is this going to be for your kids? Well, how are you going to learn a new culture, right? Your brain is going to be... Your brain is going to be number one in line, asking you all these questions and feeding into that self-doubt, feeding into that imposter syndrome. So you want to make sure that you are mentally preparing yourself to move abroad as well as physically. Let me know in the comments, why do you want to move abroad? Silver Fox says, I'm retiring and been sick of the US. I'm a veteran and traveled all over the world. Okay, Silver Fox. So you said you've been sick of the US. What about the US that is making you sick? Tell me. Cheryl says, USA is stressful. I want to live and learn other cultures. Yes. I think that's a really, really good point that you brought up, because to be honest with y'all, I never really consider myself a person who was really stressed out or anxious until I moved abroad. And then I realized there was just a certain level of peace and joy that I didn't really have whenever I was in the US. And keep in mind, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't live a horrible life in the US. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, my life in the US was so miserable, I had to flee. That was not the case. Like, my life in the US was fine. It was just an autopilot life. I was just working all the time. I was constantly feeling like I was in a rat race. I was constantly chasing. Don't even ask me what I was chasing. I don't know what I was chasing, but it constantly felt like I was chasing something. It constantly felt like I was never doing enough. It constantly felt like I was in competition with people who I didn't even know. It constantly felt like I was striving for something. And then I was addicted to the consumerism. I was just buying stuff all the time. Like, I was the girl who had an Amazon package coming almost every day, y'all. This is not an exaggeration. Almost every day. I had so many Amazon packages coming to my house. My husband would be like, what did you order? I would be like, I don't know. I would have forgotten. I would forget by the time the package came to my house. But mind you, I signed up for that Prime delivery. I signed up for that 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Prime delivery and didn't even remember what I ordered by the time it got there. One of the biggest things that have been, that's not the way I want to word that. Let me see. I don't even want to call it a lesson. I really want to call it a blessing, to be honest with you. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all tapping that screen. And keep letting me know in the comments, what's your why? Why do you want to move abroad? One of the biggest blessings that have come from moving abroad for me is recognizing that my life is worth so much more than just working and working and working. Recognizing that experiences over things. And when I'm talking about things, I'm talking about physical things, y'all. Experiences over things. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. Hello, her Nomad life. Hold on, I think I missed a comment. The financial stress, racism, hate, and entitlement. I experience other cultures and peace. I hear you. Thank you so much for the gift. Y'all, so let me tell you a quick story about like the first time I came back to the US. And I want y'all to understand, I'm not saying any of this out of judgment. I'm not saying any of this to throw shade. I'm just being very honest about my personal experience. So me and my husband left the US last year. I think I said that. We left February 4th, 2024. We got on a one-way flight to Brazil. After Brazil, we also went to Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, China, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia, Mexico. Like, we've been in 10 different countries since last year. So since we left, we have visited the US 3 different times. Is it 3 or is it 2? Wait, I think it's 2. No, it's 3. Yeah. We came back in the summer. We came back for the yeah. Okay, so we have visited the U.S. 3 times since we left. So our first time going back to the U.S., y'all, like I went into my sister's house, and again, I say that. Listen, I love my sister to death. She's my best friend. Today's actually her birthday, y'all. I just was so shocked at the amount of stuff that she has in her house. I literally was like, you live by yourself. There is one person in here, and like the closet doors won't close. The cabinets, like there was just so much. You have the stuff, and she's in a 3-bedroom townhome, 2 stories, and it was just so much stuff. And again, I want to be honest, y'all. Like I said, I'm not judging because I understand that I live that life. I completely understand that in the US, it's very common for us to have a lot of shit because we feel like we need it. We feel like we need it. But I'm telling y'all, when I left the United States and I learned that I actually had everything that I needed with me while I was living out of suitcases, that was such a game changer for me. It changed everything for me because then I started paying attention to other things. I started becoming more woke, and I started realizing that the propaganda that the US was selling me was that I needed more stuff to feel successful. I needed more stuff to feel safe. I needed more stuff to keep up with the Joneses. Don't even ask me who the Joneses are because I don't know. I just know that whenever I was in the US, I always felt like my TV wasn't big enough. I always felt like I needed at least one more pair of shoes. I always felt like I needed that outfit in another color. I always felt like I had to have a bigger car. I was constantly comparing myself to everybody else, and I was constantly caught up in US consumerism. Y'all, we have no idea. You have no idea how addicted you are to the physical stuff around you until you leave it. Because, baby, whenever we went back and we went in our storage, I was like, I don't want none of this shit. Sell it all. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care anymore. But I could not come to that conclusion until I left the US. Whenever I was in it, I was just like everybody else. I needed all the stuff. It was, like I said, it's really one of my biggest life lessons. And now I prioritize experiences. I prioritize living my life for experiences. I prioritize spending my money on experiences, things that will become lifelong memories that I can always cherish. This is why I'm always encouraging people to travel. This is why I'm so passionate about showing other people how to see more of the world, because the US will have you believing it's the best country in the world. It's the safest place to be. Everywhere else is so dangerous. You should just stay right here. And then you go abroad, and y'all, people are outside. People are outside. People are having conversations that aren't just trauma bonding. People aren't just getting together to complain about their jobs. People are talking to other people and getting to know them. Y'all, I'm not even kidding. When I talk to whatever you want to call them, expats, immigrants, whoever, hear other people from the US, not even just from the US, from all over the world, y'all, people don't ask me what I do. You know how long I have to be talking to somebody, and sometimes not even on the first time. People don't ask me what I do. They ask me about who I am. What do we say when we meet somebody in the US? How are you? What do you do? What do you do? Where do you work? We can't wait to figure out somebody's job title so we can put a label on them. We can't wait to decide if this person is worthy of our conversation. Y'all, when I talk to people abroad, they don't even care what I do for work. They want to know me. I need y'all to understand that these are things that living abroad taught me. I could not have even had any of these epiphanies if I did not move abroad. Silver Fox said, I'm actually good financially, but I want to be able to enjoy more out of life and retirement. Yeah, absolutely. You're so welcome, gentlemen. Fear mongering is on a whole new level here. Vanessa, period. P Dog, I'm in Colombia right now, but I've been in 10 different countries since last year since I'm a digital nomad. Y'all, I could not have learned these things until I started living abroad. Let me know in the comments, whenever it comes to moving abroad, what do you feel is holding you back? Let's be honest. Let's be honest, okay? Let me know in the comments, what do you feel is holding you back from moving abroad? Whenever you find yourself saying, I want to move abroad, but tell me what comes after the but. I would have moved abroad last year, but I wish that I was living in this country, but let me know in the comments. What do you feel is holding you back from moving abroad? Let's talk about it. Okay, I see P Dog says money mostly. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that all the time. Y'all, that's actually, even though I'm a travel creator, literally the number one thing that people ask me is, how do I afford to live abroad? It's either how do I afford to live abroad or how do I make money? It's which it kind of goes into the same question. The number one question that I get is about money, and that's great. You know, listen, I love talking about money more than I love talking about travel. Okay, I'm a money girly, and you know why? Because the reason so many people are broke is because we grew up believing that it was rude to talk about money. You're not supposed to talk about money. You shouldn't ask people how much money they make. You should just accept whatever your salary is and move on. That's why so many people broke. Y'all, I had to learn this through books. I had to learn this through meditation. I had to learn this through so much spiritual work. I had to learn this through so much mindset mastery. When it hit me, y'all, wealthy people talk about money all the time. Wealthy people talk about money all the time. Broke people talk about how they ain't got money. Broke people talk about all the things they can't afford to do. Listen, if you feel like money is holding you back from moving abroad, my question for you is, what are you doing to make more money? Let's talk about mindset real quick, because I know we've done it. I know I've done it too. We all have done it. I need y'all to understand the power in going from I can't afford it to how can I afford it. Y'all, the mind, the brain, it's a powerful thing. It's so powerful, and it's listening. It's constantly listening to what you say. It's constantly paying attention to your beliefs. Stop saying you can't afford it and start asking, how can I afford it? Nurse Kim says, set up our house in the U.S. with a property manager to rent it and then made the move. Yes, there was someone earlier and they were talking about needing to sell their house. I'm not telling you not to sell your house. I'm just saying, if you feel like selling your house is stopping you, put it up for rent instead. Put it on Airbnb instead. Exactly like Kim did. Get you a property manager. You know, have you somebody on the ground that's there to help out. But y'all, where there is a will, there is a way. Okay. Sonia says, how do we find jobs that would accommodate the move? So you need to prioritize. You need to prioritize remote jobs that will actually allow you to work from anywhere. So whenever you are looking for these jobs, like I love like remote.co is a great website. We Work Remotely is another great website. I didn't even mention my course, y'all. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my course later, but I do have a course called the Move Abroad Planning Series. Shorten is the MAPS course, and in there I give you my favorite remote job resources, as well as sorry, let me I want to make sure I make your comment. My favorite remote job resources, as well as different ways you can make money outside of a job. But yeah, like you want to prioritize looking in places where the jobs are 100% remote. Okay. And you don't want to just apply. Okay. You don't want to just mass apply. Like you really want to make sure you're tailoring your resume, you know, putting out a cover letter, sending them a message on LinkedIn, y'all sending them a DM on IG if you have to. Okay. But not just that, like y'all actually go out and network and talk to people. I'm going to be honest. I feel like since COVID, a lot of us became hermit crabs. I'm guilty. I am guilty. Okay. That's actually another reason why I wanted to move abroad, is because I really wanted to be more inspired to go out and meet more people in person. And I'm not gonna lie to you, in the US, I was just like, nah. But focus on jobs that are actually fully remote, but also get creative. Okay. Don't be afraid to be daring. Don't be afraid to be bold. These people, y'all, listen, I've hired before. Okay. We get so tired of just looking at the same shit, the same resume. Be bold and put yourself out there. But honestly, y'all, I'm not telling you not to look for a job or like to leave your job, but also be looking for ways to make money outside of a job. Thinking this the move Trump started too much. US play the I don't know what FAFO means. I don't believe in moving just because of a president. That's me personally, but I completely understand that being one of the huge factors for a lot of people. And it also depends, right? Because there are definitely some policies and things that he's been doing that impact certain groups more than others. Coaching is a big one where you can work remotely. Absolutely, Vanessa. Coaching, consulting, digital products, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, virtual assistant. Y'all, I can go on and on and on and on and on about different ways that you can make money online. It's 2025. Like, it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. Drop the word yes in the comments if you would actually be willing to step out of your comfort zone and learn new ways to make money online. Let me see. Let me see a yes in the comments if you will be willing to get out of your comfort zone and learn new ways to make money online. Because I'm telling y'all, the 9 to 5 is dying. The 9 to 5 is dying. Okay. And on top of that, y'all, these jobs are out here dropping people like hot tamales. These jobs are out here dropping people like hot tamales. Ain't no such thing as job security. My sister's an RN. She works for the government because she works for the VA. She works for the government. And y'all remember a few months ago when Elon Musk was making the federal workers like write out like 5 things that they did at work? My sister came to me asking me to help her write out her 5 things. She works for the government. I mean, hell, what am I even talking about? We in the government. Well, I should say y'all because I'm not there, but y'all in a government shutdown. I was talking to another friend of mine the other day. Her job, when I tell you the cliche definition of pulling out an employee, pulling some BS about something they did wrong when they didn't really do wrong, and basically being like, you can either leave and take this severance or you're going to be on probation. And if we let you go, we're not going to give you any money. Jobs are constantly pushing people out. Y'all, these businesses, these companies that you work for, they're going to look out for themselves. So you get to choose. Do you want to put your energy into complaining? You want to put your energy into fighting to stay in a job that's going to drop you as soon as it's convenient for them? Or do you want to be your own backup plan? Y'all, the thing about making money online is that there are so many options. Just figure out what works for you. Some of y'all not willing to throw spaghetti at the wall until something sticks, and that's why you stuck. That's why you believe you're stuck, because you're not willing to throw spaghetti at the wall. People love to look at me and think like, oh, well, I want your life, or you did this, or you're so lucky. Y'all, are you serious? Are you serious? I have failed at way more things than I have succeeded at whenever it comes to making money online. Way more things. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I see these yeses in the comments. I'm nervous, been doing this for years, and my work is online. Your work is online, so will it not allow you to work remote? Over 10 years, and it's hard to leave. Y'all, listen, hard is not impossible. You can do hard things. You've been doing hard things for years. Most of us have been doing hard things for at least over a decade. You can do hard things. No, the type of work I do is online finance. Right. But I'm saying, like, if you're already doing it online, then do you have to leave? Vanessa said leap and the net will appear. Vanessa is picking up what I'm putting down. Okay. Vanessa is picking up what I am putting down. Y'all, y'all, no, not me. Sorry. My husband, listen, I'm gonna just be real honest with y'all. And people ask me this question a lot. They're like, how'd you convince your husband? I'm gonna be honest. What I hear from most women about, like, their husbands, the biggest thing is, like, they're like, what are they going to do for work? Which is completely fair. They're like, how did you convince your husband? I told my husband, because he was actually working in a prison at the time. So my husband does like corrective exercise. He's a personal trainer too, but he prefers to do more like corrective exercise, rehabilitation stuff. So my husband was working at a prison. He was working in the prison hospital. He was a physical therapy admin or some shit like that. He basically was like working alongside physical therapists, like helping people who like had just finished surgery, those types of things. But he's also been a personal trainer for a long time. Y'all, I told him, I was like, babe, you'll get a job online. It'll be easy. Y'all, that was February 2024. Do y'all know my husband still does not have a remote job? Do y'all know my husband still does not have a remote job? And he started, and mind you, we left February 2024. I believe he started applying for jobs like November 2023. My husband has been applying to jobs. If you look in his inbox and if you put in the word applied, my husband has applied to probably 1,000 jobs since November 2023. Still does not have one. But you know what he does have? Online training clients. You know what else he has? In-person clients here in Colombia. You know who is making him money? Himself. He is making his own money because he took something that he was doing in person and he learned. He learned how to make that money online. That's part one. And then part two, and this is, I'm not going to lie, because we moved around so much, this was very difficult for us to do before. But now that we're actually like in a place that we're planning on being here for some time, he's training people here in Colombia. He actually met a guy today that was telling him like, yo, and mind you, he's training like people from the US who live here. So like there's a really big expat community out here in Colombia. So like he's training some of them, but yeah, he's also looking into training Colombians. And I mean, you know, he's married to like, you know, a business girly. So thank you, Cheryl. So I'm actually, and I haven't even told him this yet, but one of the things I'm going to actually talk to him about is like here in our apartment building, they actually allow you to have like advertising up. I'm like, you better put your services up there, get in shape and learn English. Y'all know how many people want to learn English? Do y'all know how many people across the world want to learn English? English is the language of business. Y'all know how to speak English? Y'all can be teaching English. You can teach English in person, in a country. You can teach English online. There's so many different options for making money online. Stevie, what do you mean? What service am I offering? Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for the shares. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, some of y'all are just not willing to be flexible enough. Some of y'all not willing to do the hard stuff. Y'all be asking the wrong questions, talking about is moving abroad hard. Does it matter? Is your peace worth doing something hard? Is your joy worth doing something hard? Sorry, I thought you were selling something. Yeah, I have resources in my bio, but it was just, I didn't understand your question when you said what services am I offering. So I'm going to dive a little bit more into the course later, but for anybody who wants to take advantage now, because I am doing a live bonus. So my MAPS course, the Move Abroad Planning Series, MAPS for short, has everything that you need to move abroad. Okay. It's 12 videos. If you think this is helpful, there are literally 12 of these in the course, and it comes with a workbook for you to follow along, because if y'all are like me, your girl need to take some notes. Okay. You can print it out or you can do it online, and it comes with my 23-page resource guide. So you also have everything written, right? And it's not just the videos. Yes, y'all, I thought of everything. Because y'all been asking me amazing questions about moving abroad since November 2023. And I put all of the answers you need in the MAPS course. If you're watching on YT, it's in the description. If you're watching on TikTok, it's at the link in my bio. And you can use the promo code 20 spelled out for 20% off while I am live. So action takers, run and grab it. Run and grab it, baby. For those of y'all who are tired of having to save a video over here, got a blog post saved over here, you want everything in one place, and so you don't have to do all the research yourself. You can get everything you need in the MAPS course, okay? So you want to know which country is going to be best for you. You want to know where should you look for remote jobs? What are some online business ideas that you can do? How much money should you save to move abroad? Where should you go if you have kids? Where should you go if you are LGBTQ plus, if you have a disability? What are you going to do with your cell phone? What are you going to do about health insurance? How are you going to find housing? I could go on and on and on, okay? Everything that you need is in the MAPS course. Grab it while it's hot. Okay, let me keep going. Because listen, I know that a lot of people, we look at other people online and we're like, oh, well, that's easy for them, or like that makes sense for them. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm going to go through more of like the Move Abroad Planning Series, the course. I'm going to go a little bit more of it later. Thank you, Cheryl. That's what I'm here for, y'all. I'm here to be a resource for y'all. And I need y'all to understand this course. This is not the kind of, there's no upsell. It's not like, oh, you get the course and then it's like, okay, now buy this other thing. That's it. Everything that you need is in the course. It covers everything from how to mentally prepare, how to know which country or city is best for you, how to make money from the continent of your choice. Y'all, there's even information on how to adjust to your life in a new country, learning the language, learning the culture, all of this, okay? All of this is in the course. Y'all, the thing that I love about what I do is that I get to help other people do the same things that I'm doing. People will be like, Bianca, I've been wanting to start a business for years. I've been wanting to move abroad. Bianca, I want to travel, but like I'm not rich. I'm like, well, you came to the right place, baby, because I'm a budget travel girly. You came to the right place. I got 10 streams of income. You came to the right place. I've been living abroad. I've lived abroad in multiple countries. The first time I lived abroad was actually back in 2019. Y'all, I didn't even know. Y'all, back then, I had no idea I would have turned this into a business. And this is another example of what I mean whenever I say there are so many different ways to make money online. Stop limiting yourself. Stop putting these limitations on yourself. Baby, God ain't got no limitations. And he does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Okay? You out here so worried because you ain't got a degree. It don't matter. You out here worried because you don't got experience. It doesn't matter. Do you have the will? Do you have the will? Do you have the perseverance? Do you have the resilience to put yourself out there and learn these skills that will allow you to live the life that you want to live? That is the question. It's not about your qualifications. Y'all, it's 2025. Stop thinking about the qualifications that you don't have. You are sitting on skills and stories and experiences that you can be turning into income. Put the word yes in the comments if you're willing to admit that you already have hella travel videos saved. You got hella collections. You got all the videos saved from this person living in Thailand and that person living in Portugal. And this is how you're going to move here. But listen, y'all, I'm humble. I am humble enough to put my own yes in the comments. I was the same. Put a yes in the comments if you know that you want to see more of the world, but sometimes it feels intimidating. It feels so big. It feels like, where am I even going to start? Oh, it feels like, why me? It feels like, why me? How would I be able to do this? Well, I'm not that person. I don't have all of these things. Well, she got all of those followers. Well, she was born rich. Well, she got her husband. Y'all, we are so quick to compare our journey to somebody else's. We got to stop. Y'all, we have to stop comparing. We have to stop comparing our journey to other people because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You get to do this in the way that works for you. How many of y'all have ever thought, and this is an honest question, put yes or no in the comments. Put a yes if you have ever thought about taking a test drive of living abroad. If you have ever thought about living abroad for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months before you take the big leap, and drop the words no if you have not. It's okay if you haven't. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm genuinely just curious. Thank y'all so much for tapping that screen. I appreciate y'all. Okay, I see 1 yes. Okay, I see 2 yeses. Who else? Put in the comments, y'all. Don't be lurking on me. This ain't IG. Talk back to me, okay? I'm here to talk to y'all. I'm not here to talk to myself. Let me know in the comments. Put a yes if you have ever considered taking a test drive of living abroad, and put the word no if you have not. Again, there is no right or wrong answer. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because I feel like there's not enough creators on this app that are talking about taking a test drive of living abroad. Some of y'all might feel like the big leap is too much, and that's okay. I did a test drive. I did a test drive in 2019 before me and my husband left again last year. Y'all, you can do a test drive. You can try before you buy. You can try before you buy. You don't have to go uproot your entire life and go move to another country if that feels too big right now. Why don't you go live abroad for a month? Put the word pet in the comments if you like animals, P-E-T. Put the word, let me see, drop the words pet in the comments if you are an animal lover, and if you are not, just put no. That's okay. Y'all, nothing I ask you is ever a trick question. By the way, like I just like to talk to y'all. I like to get to know you. I like to understand what you like, what you don't like, what challenges you're having. Nothing is a trick question. So please don't be afraid to answer any of my questions. Passion, put the word pet in the comments. Okay, who else? Put the word pet in the comments. If you like animals, if you do not like animals, put the word no in the comments. I'm about to share with y'all one of my favorite ways to get a taste of living abroad. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the company Trusted House Sitters, but literally, you can be living abroad in another country rent free, staying in somebody else's nice ass house just because you're going to make sure their cat is fed for a couple weeks. You're going to walk their dogs a few times a day, take care of a horse on a farm. Y'all, people be sleeping on Trusted House Sitters. Sleeping. Earlier this year, me and my husband stayed in this nice ass house in Mexico for, it was like almost 3 weeks in exchange for taking care of these 2 dogs. Y'all, Trusted House Sitters is one way that you can test out living abroad. It's a great example. There's also like road packers where you can go and volunteer. You can create your own scouting trip. Or you can sign up for scouting trips. What country would you recommend for a test? The country that you're interested in living in. That's what I would recommend. If I'm assuming y'all at least have like some kind of idea, maybe you don't, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What countries are y'all interested in? I'm assuming you have at least, a short list of some countries that you might be interested in. Go do a house sit there. I mean, I can't guarantee there's going to be a house sit there, but most of the places that people tell me about, my first house sit was almost in Panama, funny enough. Panama, Portugal, the UK. I mean, Trusted House Sitters it's a UK company. So they have so many house sits in the UK. They have houses in the US as well. Y'all, you can test out living abroad. This is something that I dive into. Whenever it comes to the course as well, because I get it. You might need a little bit more reassurance before you go and pick up your whole life. And there is nothing wrong with that. I have a dog and he has to go with me. Yeah, no doggies left behind. I'm here for it. Excuse me. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the course in a moment, but before we get into there, I really want to share something that has been a game changer for me in terms of living abroad. In terms of, and this is a mental thing, y'all. I told y'all moving abroad is 80% mindset. One of the biggest game changers is understanding what I want, understanding what I need, understanding what I am not willing to live without. This is what makes living abroad fun, because it literally is like designing your own life. Once I got to a point, and this was like not just me and my husband. Once I got to a point where I was like, I'm not going to be in a place where I can't walk and get food. That's not negotiable for me. I'm not. Once I got to a point where I was like, I'm not going to live. I'm not living on the ground floor. Like I'm not doing it. Like I need height. I need to be up in the air. I'm not living on the ground floor. Once I got to a point where I was like, I need to be somewhere where the locals are friendly. Okay. And y'all, I've traveled to 24 different countries. And there are assholes and there are nice people all over the world. Colombians are so nice. It doesn't mean that there are not Colombian assholes. Of course there are. But in general, Colombians are so friendly. These are some of my wants, needs, and non-negotiables. You want to make sure that you are clear on what you need and want out of life before you go and make these big moves. This is why in the course, y'all, because I told y'all the course has 12 videos, I spent 3 whole days talking about how to pick the place that is best for you. So think about it. Let me know. For those of you who already have a country in mind, drop it in the comments. Let me see. Drop your country or countries that you're interested in living abroad. Drop them in the comments. Give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. My husband had the audacity. Oh, look at him. Look who just joined the live. My husband had the audacity to get me sick last week. It's all good. It's all good, baby. I still love you. Okay, let's see. China, Wales. Oh, cool. I haven't heard anybody say they want to go to Wales. Bali, Greece, Portugal, China, Japan, Spain, Portugal. Okay, period. Okay, I'm seeing I see Asia, Europe. Actually just Asia and Europe. Shit. I do just see Asia and Europe. Is that right? Yeah. Japan, Portugal. Okay, wow. Asia and Europe. I mean, I'm here for it. I'm not a Europe girly myself. I'm definitely a Latin America girly. I love Asia as well. I've been to Africa, but only to Egypt. But I'll be exploring more of Africa next year. Very, very excited about that. But no, these are all great places. So for those of you who are saying that you want to move abroad, you want to live abroad, on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about making it happen? Let me know in the comments. How serious are you about moving abroad from the United States in the next 365 days on a scale of 1 to 10? Excuse me. Jer Bear is like 10, period. Y'all gonna be dropping these 10s, then that must mean y'all already been taking action. If we talking about a 10, that must mean that we have already been taking action, okay? Who else? Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Nobody else not gonna drop y'all number. Y'all scared. Y'all, if you scared, go to church, okay? I just be talking shit. But for real, let me know. Why I'm not talking? Don't be out here giving this IG. Don't be out here giving this IG energy, okay? This is TikTok. Don't be like that. Do you talk about when you have careers but can't get a license to do it in 10? Can't get a license to do it in 10. What do you mean in 10? Oh, it's 10 your number? Wait, no, hold on. 10 crew. I don't think I'm saying that right. I don't know if I understand your question. Can you ask me again? Why is my leg shaking so much? I'm over here bouncing in this chair. Oh, your number is 10. When you have careers but you can't get a license, are you talking about doing like getting a license to do it in another country? Is that what you mean? I see another 10 in the comments. All right, y'all throwing out them number 10s. Y'all must have already been taking some action. So let me see who's brave enough to tell me if you're talking about a number 10, what have you done? What actions have you taken on this moving abroad journey? Because I'm going to be real with y'all. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap, okay? My husband is an architect and I'm a nurse. I can't get a license to do it there. So then you will probably need to change careers. It's time to have an uncomfortable conversation. Or I don't know what countries you're looking at, or you can see if there are countries that are looking for nurses. I want to say Canada might be. I think I heard in the UK they might be, but it's been a long time since I've heard that. So have you already looked into countries that are specifically looking for nurses? Because otherwise, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and it's not just you. There are people who have, come into my lives and they send me a DM and they're like, "Hey, this is my career, but I can't do this abroad." And I'm like, "So what you gonna do? Are you gonna choose living abroad, or are you gonna choose your career?" I'm not here to judge you. You can choose whichever one you want. Or are you trying to move abroad permanently? Because remember earlier, y'all, I said there's a lot of different ways you can live abroad. I actually met yes, we can look, but my husband in the issue. Oh, so it's your husband's career. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I mean, he might have to do something else. He might just have to do something else. So he can also, if he likes, I'm trying to think. He may not be able to be an architect himself outside of the US, but maybe he can consult. Maybe he can teach others. That way he can still be in the industry. Like coaching and consulting is such a great low-hanging fruit way to start an online business because you don't need a lot of overhead and you already have the expertise. But other than that, he might have to choose a different career. And I know that's not always easy to hear, but sometimes it's the truth. Sometimes you have to decide what's more important. What do you want more, to stay in your specific career or to live outside of the United States? Spider Sister said, we're trying to move permanently. Selling everything, looking for remote work. Says my job will let me go remote. My husband works. Okay. Wait, my husband works remote, so lower income. Listen, lower income outside of the US ain't that big a deal, baby. I left a 6-figure job in December 2023 and have not needed half that amount of money to live the life that I'm living. Now, am I still planning to make 6 figures? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, I'm coming for big money because I got big dreams. I got big ambition. But outside of the US, you don't even need as much money as you need to live in the US. Am I happy? Oh my God. Is that not obvious? Yeah. I mean, I feel like I default to happy in general. Like I'm a happy person. I mean, I'm human. I have my days, but in general, yeah. I mean, like I told y'all before, I was not like crazy unhappy in the US either. Like, I mean, even in the US, I have family, I have friends, I have a lot of people that I love. Like I lived a blessed life in the United States. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I didn't. He does consult now. I don't know if it's enough. If it's enough, like, financially, or if it's enough like for him to be fulfilled. What do you mean? Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. I'm telling you, if y'all are willing to be open and flexible, you will be shocked at how soon you can experience living abroad. I mean, yeah, you can experience living abroad. You said the money is not enough. Okay, so can you get more clients? Like, I mean, and when you work for yourself, there's no money income, baby. There's no income cap. So if he's not making enough money, then he needs a new strategy. Like he needs to like learn or diversify his income. If he's already consulting, maybe it's time for him to consider creating a digital product that he can sell. Maybe it's time for him to consider changing up his target audience, expanding his target audience, offering a different type of service, offering a membership, offering a community. Y'all, there are so many different ways you can make money online. Y'all, we got to broaden our mindsets. We have to broaden our mindsets, okay? Let me, I got to find a screenshot because I haven't, because I take a lot of screenshots. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Y'all see this? This is a screenshot from my Stan store. This was a couple months ago. You can see at the top, Stan store / she's booking the flight. Y'all, I have earned $20,000. Well, more now. I have earned more than $20,000 from selling digital products while being on multiple continents. Why can't you? I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with resources. I grew up with a college dropout mom and a dad who didn't even finish high school. I didn't grow up around people who were traveling. I did not grow up around people who were making money online. I did not grow up around people who were talking about investing or multiple streams of income. And yet I do all of these things today because I was willing to get out of my comfort zone and try something different. Okay. Marsha says working on it as we speak, period. Y'all, Marsha already got the course. Like Marsha is already putting in the work. Y'all, put the word 20 in the comments if an extra $20,000 sounds really fucking nice right now. Put a number 20 in the comments if an extra $20,000 can really make a difference in what you can do in your life, whether that's saving for your move abroad journey, whether that's using that money while you are going to move. Oh, damn, I thought I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because it'd be too much, okay? It'd be too much. Okay, I envy. I guess you're the only one. Don't nobody else need 20K. Everybody else got it. Everybody else said, I don't need 20K. Bianca, I'm good. Y'all, everything that you see me doing today is something that I learned how to do. These are skills that I learned, okay? She said, I'll take their, hey, baby, I'll take them too. We can split them up, okay? Those of you who are like 20K, I am mad at you. I love that for you. Let me and INV split it up, okay? Listen, y'all, everything that you see me doing today, it's a skill that I've learned, and it's also a skill that I teach you. Learning how to move abroad, learning how to make money online, learning how to travel and live abroad on a budget. These are all things that I teach. Everything that you need to get started is in the MAPS course. Stop being afraid to make an investment in yourself. You already spend money on things you don't need. We all do. You already spend money on things you don't need. For those of you who are serious, for those of you who are like Bianca, I refuse to allow another 3, 6, 12 months to go by. And I'm still in the same spot. Y'all, put a yes in the comments if you're not willing to admit you got a little freaked out a couple of days ago when you realized it was November already. Put the words yes in the comments if you're willing to admit that you're starting to get that feeling. You're starting to have those thoughts of all the stuff at the beginning of the year that you said you were going to do. I could put my own yes in the comments, y'all. I'm human and I'm humble. Yes, I already live abroad, but baby, that don't mean that I ain't got other shit that I'm trying to do. Okay, shit, I was trying to travel to a new country in November, and now I'm like, shit, bitch, November here. What we doing? What we doing? Y'all, time is fleeting. Time is not waiting on anybody. You have to take action. Y'all, there ain't nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. We want to believe moving abroad is this new sexy, shiny thing. It's not. People have been migrating to different countries since the beginning of time, but we want to make it seem like it is the biggest deal on the planet until you do it. Until you go abroad and you're like, oh my God, I did this. I'm here. Like, that's literally how I feel. That's literally how I feel when I wake up every day and I say, thank you, God, for another beautiful day in this beautiful city. I say it every morning. I still feel so grateful to be here. And I still recognize how whenever I was in the US, it felt so hard. It felt so big. It felt so far away. This life that I live right now until I started taking action. Y'all, me making this $20,000 from selling digital products from a page that I started for fun. I started this page for fun. And I almost didn't start it because imposter syndrome told me that I hadn't traveled enough. Whenever I first started this page, they was like, Bianca, what do you mean you're going to teach people how to travel? You've only been to 10 countries. You follow women who have been to 80 countries. You haven't even been to all the continents yet. Bianca, you don't even know that much about travel. And I had to tell, I call her Gretchen. My imposter syndrome, her name is Gretchen. I had to tell her, respectfully, Gretchen, shut the fuck up. Because you know what? There's somebody out there that has never traveled outside of the US. There's somebody out there, they've only traveled outside of the US on a cruise. They've only traveled outside of the US on a resort. There's somebody out there, Bianca, who needs what you have. And y'all, now I've made $20,000 from this page. Now I spoke at my first ever conference. Y'all, I was invited to speak at a conference. I spoke there in May of this year in Texas. One of those states that starts with a T. Y'all, I've been featured in NBC. NBC flew to my sister's house in little ass Cary, North Carolina to film me. It was a whole filming day. And you know why? Because I had the balls. Because I had the audacity to try. I had the audacity to take action on my idea instead of allowing imposter syndrome to hold me back. I'm not no different from you. I'm a regular girl that grew up in a city that didn't even have a fucking Chipotle when I was growing up. And now I've traveled to 24 different countries. Now I make money in my sleep. Now I live abroad. And I show people just like you other freedom seekers, other people who want to live a life that is fulfilling, other people who want to live a life that actually feels purposeful. Now I do the same thing, showing y'all how to do it. I'm live because I want you to know I'm a real person. Don't look at my page and think, oh, well, that's cool. She has this many followers. She's been in this many countries. It don't even matter. It doesn't even matter. What matters is I'm here to show you how you can make it happen. Stop being afraid to invest in yourself. You're already spending money. Start switching your mindset. Start investing in yourself. I have invested, y'all. This $20,000 I made this year is nothing to the amount of money that I have invested over the years in my personal and professional development. You know why? Because I take myself seriously. Because I take my life seriously. Because by the age of 26, I'd already been fired and laid off, and I had to quit a job that was so toxic. I was literally crying multiple times a week because I felt like shit every day going to that job. I am no better than you. I am no different than you. These people who you see already living their best lives in these different countries, they just had the audacity to try, and you over here holding yourself back. Put a number 1 in the comments if you're willing to admit that you be allowing self-sabotage, procrastination, self-doubt, negative self-talk, perfectionism. I know I'm talking to somebody in here. I need to see them number 1s in the comments if I'm talking to you, because I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the person who knows what it's like to get fed up with your own bullshit. I'm not here for my health. I'm here to be a resource for you, so you can start gassing yourself up. Sis, gas yourself up. You're such a powerful creator. Wake up. Wake up. You sleeping on your own life, and don't none of us know how long we have. None of us. And you are here sleeping on your potential. You can be creating a life that you cannot wait to wake up to, starting right now. How much longer are you going to keep playing with your life? Ain't none of us getting out alive. Ain't that some shit when you really think about it? It don't matter what you do. Listen to what I just said. It does not matter what you do. None of us are getting out of this life alive. So why not live it the way you want to live it? Why keep living it for other people? Why keep allowing other people's opinions to stop you? People be talking about, I want to be a content creator, but I'm afraid I'm going to look so cringy. Yeah, baby, you are. You think I don't look at my content sometimes and cringe? Don't let me scroll back. Don't let me scroll back, especially the back before I had braces. Jesus. Woof. Don't let me scroll back. Y'all be cringy. Do y'all realize there will never be anybody who is happy with their life, who is putting themselves in, uncomfortable positions, anybody with confidence, anybody who's done big shit? There is nobody that's going to do that, that's going to talk down to you. The people who are telling you that moving abroad is so dangerous, the people who don't believe you, the people who are, telling you need to stay in the United States, y'all, they're scared. They are scared to take action on their own dreams. And that's why they are projecting that fear onto you. Some of y'all need to stop talking. Some of y'all need to stop talking to certain people about your dream to move abroad. You need to talk to somebody that's going to gas you up. And if the only person that's going to gas you up is you, look yourself in the mirror and gas yourself up. Because you can do this. It's not that deep. I'm going to tell y'all for real, it's not that deep. You're going to move out of the U.S. and you're going to get to Portugal. You're going to get to China. You're going to get to Spain. You're going to get to Greece. You're going to be like, oh, I can go anywhere. I can do anything. I know, because I did it. The same way you book a flight to Miami, you can book a flight to Portugal. The same way you book a flight to Vegas, you can book a flight to Vietnam. Yeah, there's some more research involved. Yeah. The movie is going to look a little bit different. Yeah, 100%. But y'all, Getting on the plane, that's why the name of this page is called She's Booking the Flight. Because I'm here to talk to the action takers. For those of you who want to take advantage of the live bonus, you got a few more minutes before I get up off of here. Make sure you use that promo code 20 to take off 20% of the MAPS course. Everything you need to move abroad is in there, y'all. And there's even like a payment plan option if you want to use Klarna or Afterpay. Marsha says, I literally told myself, get your lazy ass to work. You got goals and shit you want to do. Listen, I hear it. I feel it. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Y'all, people are already out here taking action. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Y'all, Montana, this was a few months ago. Montana came in my life. She said, I moved to Vietnam in 5 days, B. Y'all, Montana had been coming into my lives. Then she ended up getting, I think she got my Move Abroad resource guide, which is in my bio as well. That actually comes in the course. And now she's in Vietnam, living her best life. She's in Da Nang. You can follow her on here. People are out here taking action. People are out here taking action and they are getting results, okay? This person left this comment on my YouTube channel. She said, I just want you to know you inspired us to leave sooner. I remember you on television. I told y'all about NBC. I remember you on television, I believe early January. We are 7 days in Southeast Asia. We started YouTube channel to document our journey. We hope to inspire others. Y'all, people are out here taking action. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you just going to keep talking about moving abroad? Are you going to keep talking about investing in yourself? Or are you going to start today? Are you going to start today? And y'all, I'm here to be a resource. Ask your questions right now. I am here. The questions that you have, the fears that you have, the doubts that you have, ask me. This is literally why I am live. But you have to have an agenda and money and a job to move abroad. You can't be broke, right? I'm sorry, Grace. Can you be broke in the U.S.? Have you learned a way to be in the U.S. with no agenda, no money, and no job? I'm not even being funny. I'm being for real, for real. Tell us the secret. What is the secret? Health insurance is in the Move Abroad course, right? Yes, absolutely, Marsha. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I keep pressing the wrong button. There we go. There we go. Amy already got the course, y'all. The bundle that she's referring to in the comments, she's talking about the course. Good morning. Your bundle is really helpful. I am excited. I'm setting a date by next week, thanks to you. Y'all, people are out here taking action. What are you doing? We cannot keep doing the same things and expecting different results. Like I said, y'all, I'm here to be a resource. Ask me whatever questions you have about moving abroad, about making money online. Like, I will listen. If I don't know, I'm just tell you I don't know. Okay. I'm going to just tell you straight up. I don't know if I ain't got the answers, but I will answer whatever questions for you that I can. Because what's most important to me is this: having somebody go and send me a DM, send me a comment, and tell me, Bianca, I got your course. Now I'm moving in 2 months. Bianca, I got your course, and now I've started my online business. Bianca, I got your course, and I just landed my remote job based on one of the websites that you gave me in here. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to give you the resources that you need to get the F out of the United States and start living your best life abroad. For those of you who are for real, another one. You encouraged me to move abroad. Now my daughter and I are in Costa Rica, been here for a month, loving it, surrounded by fruit trees, paying $500. Go, sisters. Y'all, people are taking action. People have already gotten into the course and gotten results. People have already gotten into the course and left. People have already been taking action. These people are no different from you. The only difference is that they took action. Y'all got to stop comparing yourselves to everybody else. What sis did on her journey, it doesn't matter, because the bigger picture here is that your current circumstances do not define what is possible for you. This is where we all get trapped. We get so trapped into thinking about focusing on what we don't have right now. focusing on how far we have to go instead of focusing on one step at a time. This is another reason why I created the course, because, and there's two different checklists in the course as well, because I know if y'all anything like me, I love a good checklist. Give me step by step. Let me check it off. Let me get some accountability. Let me get some deadlines. This is literally why I put these things in the course, because these are the questions y'all have been asking me. Oh shoot. Laptop dying. I'm currently working on my digital products, but getting stuck. What has you stuck? What's wrong? Tell me more. Cuéntame más. I'm going to teach y'all some Spanish while I'm on here. I'm just playing. I would love to know the main websites you use that you provided for customer service, online work. Marsha, it's in the course. You already got it, baby. I know you're still going through. I think yesterday you said you were on like day 3. Making money is like day 8. So like, I mean, you can skip if you want to, or you can wait till you get there. But day 8 and 9 is where we talk about different ways to make money, including remote jobs. Designing. Do you mean like creating the digital products? Tell me exactly what it is, Antonia, because the more specific you are with me, then like the better I can help you. Thank y'all so much for tapping that screen. I appreciate y'all liking the live. Thank y'all so much. Y'all, I had a failed attempt at making biscuits today. I got such an attitude. Such an attitude. Another one. Ariane said, hey, Queen, hope all is well. Just wanted to let you know I'm officially leaving the U.S. and restarting my life in the DR because of you and your amazing videos, the same videos in the course, y'all. I'm finally taking the leap and getting on that plane tomorrow. Thank you so, so much for inspiring me. I can't wait to see what happens. Y'all, people are taking action. People are taking action. Okay, you said creating the product. So, okay, well, what are you trying to create, and like what's the roadblock that you're hitting? Thank y'all for the hearts. Y'all, whatever questions you got left, go ahead and drop them. I'm about to get off of here. So like I said, those of you who want to take advantage of the live deal for the 20% off, grab it while it's hot, y'all, because I'm about to get up off of here. Don't forget to use that promo code 20. It's just the word 20 spelled out, and then you can take off 20%. What type of course? Because I'm interested. So the course comes with 12 videos on everything that you need to move abroad from the United States. I can actually walk through everything in the course. I'll do that in just 1 second. But Antonia, I wanted to make sure that I answered your question, because I needed to like, what kind of product are you trying to create, and like, what is the exact issue that you're having with it? Creating lunar calendars for spiritual girlies. Oh, I love that. Getting stuck on the creating part, that makes sense. So do you mean like the technical aspect, like actual like design? Because if that's the case, baby, that's the easy answer. Outsource it. Get somebody else to do it. Get on Fiverr. Pay a designer to do it. Like don't let that stop you from creating your product. Let me know if that's what you meant. Oh yeah, the actual design, easy. Get somebody else to design it. Get you hire. Listen, VA, Fiverr, Upwork, get somebody else to design it. Tell them your vision and have them do it for you. Because what's going to happen is you don't want to get stuck, and then you don't want to get stuck in this wheel of like, oh my God, like I'm not a designer, like this doesn't look good, and then you just end up quitting. And I know, because that has happened to me on several occasions. You're so welcome. Okay, I'm going to walk through everything that comes in the course, y'all. Give me 1 second. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. Whew, I need to turn off this laptop. This thing been on for like 5 days. Don't judge me, judge your mama. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Okay, y'all. So in the MAPS course, the Move Abroad Planning Series, you get 12 videos. Okay, put a yes in the comments if you've already learned a lot in this live. Let me see the word yes in the comments if you have learned anything since you've been on this live. Because I'm telling y'all, if you think that this live was good, please understand there are 12 of these videos in the Move Abroad Planning Series. I want to move, just having an issue with remote jobs. Okay, we talk about remote jobs as well. In the MAPS course, we talk about remote jobs as well. So y'all, day one is mindset, like how to reframe the limiting beliefs, how to mentally prepare, how to manifest the life of living abroad. That is day number one. Oh, hold on. Marcia said, what time is it where you are? I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so it's 5:08 p.m. Day two is preparing to leave, moving, packing, health insurance, how much money you need to move, how to tell your family and manage those relationships, the documents you're going to need. That's day number two. Days 3 through 5, y'all, 3 days. 3 days are spent on helping you choose the place that is best for you. Y'all, there is no one answer this, but that's good for everybody. I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's no one answer. That's just not how it works, okay? The place is best for me is not necessarily going to be the place is best for you. So I help you break it down in terms of how to choose the country that's going to fit you based on your wants, your needs, your non-negotiables. So we talk about moving around, like being a nomad like I am versus settling in one place. Cost of living, how to calculate your cost of living. If you have if there are like certain things about you that you want to make sure that you don't have to how do I phrase that? If there are certain things you want to make that you need to make sure that are going to be there for you whenever you move abroad, right? Like maybe you're Black and you're like, I want to be somewhere where there's a Black community. Maybe you are queer and you're like, I want to be somewhere where I know that, you know, the LGBTQ plus community has rights. If you have a disability, you want to make sure you're going to go somewhere that is accessibility friendly. If you're moving with kids, maybe you want to move somewhere where there's already an expat community where other people have kids, so you can make sure that you have community as well as your children. If you're moving with pets, if you're looking for countries that speak English outside of the United States, visa options, countries that offer dual citizenship, taxes, all of this is, y'all, this is just day three. Everything I just named is in one video in day three, okay? Day four, this is when I walk you through how to go down your list of wants, needs, and non-negotiables so you can understand exactly what it is you are looking for, okay? And wherever place you are going to live. Marcia said, I am Black and would love to have a community that looks like me. I hear you. Listen, that was a non-negotiable for me and my husband. Like, I will visit anywhere. I will travel anywhere. But whenever it comes to living abroad, baby, I love Black culture. I love Black people. I got to have Black people. Okay, that's a non-negotiable for me. It might not be a non-negotiable for you, and that is perfectly fine. This is why I actually had a really good time this day. I remember because, like I said, we were going through a series of questions so that you can understand what it is you're looking for. So earlier, we talked about different ways to test drive living abroad. Earlier, we talked about different ways that you could try before you buy. So we also talked about that in day four. Day five, y'all, 3 days spent on how to pick the place that's best for you. Day five is where we talked about my personal recommendations. So I told y'all I've traveled to 24 different countries. I gave you my honest opinion on the places that I've been to, as well as places that I've heard really good things about from other travelers, other digital nomads, other expats, etc. Welcome, y'all who are just now joining. We're going over everything that you get in the MAPS course. If you're watching on YT, the MAPS course is in the description. If you're watching on TikTok, it's at the link in my bio. Don't forget to use that promo code 20 spelled out for 20% off. Y'all got a couple more minutes before I get off of here and the live deal is gone. Day 6, traveling and living abroad on a budget, okay? One of the main reasons my husband and I have been able to one of the main reasons my husband and I have been able to travel to 10 different countries since last year is because we have learned how to travel and live abroad on a budget. Y'all, we are 2 people and we probably do not spend in a month what y'all are spending as one person, okay? I told y'all these things are skills that y'all can learn. So that's day 6. Day number 7 is housing, okay? Where are you going to live? How are you going to find housing? And how are you going to make sure you don't get scammed? How do you know which neighborhoods to stay in? All of that is day 7. Days 8 and 9, making money while you are abroad. The number one question that I get, Marsha said, just not understanding that YT means YouTube. Yes, because TikTok, I feel like whenever you be mentioning other platforms on TikTok, they be acting real janky. So that's why I be like IG, YT. Yes, YT is YouTube. So days 8 and 9 are making money while living abroad. Day 10 is how to adjust to your new life abroad. Okay, learning the language, studying the culture, getting immersed in a new community. Day 11 is how to keep home in your heart. Okay, you're going to be leaving people behind. Maybe there's some things that you want to bring with you. I'm talking tangible and intangible. So we talk about how to really keep those things close to you, even when you are in another country. And then day 12 was an FAQ. And y'all, everything I just named, like I said, that really only scratches the surface. Everything that you need to move abroad is in the MAPS course. Like I said, you can even use Klarna or Afterpay if you need a payment plan option. But y'all, do not let that stop you from getting everything that you need all in one place that you can revisit whenever you need to get you the F out of the United States. Your best life abroad is literally waiting on you to take action. Does anybody have any other questions about the course or any other questions about moving abroad before I get off of here? Let me know if I'm waiting on anybody who's going to take advantage of the live deal before I take it out of my bio. Those of you who already got the course, thank you for your business. Let me know if you have any questions. And obviously, let me know whenever you're going to your new country so I can gas you up and cheer you on, because that is, again, y'all, my favorite part of all of this. Otherwise, yeah, I'm about to get off of here. Make sure y'all hit follow. Oh, by the way, my Move Abroad resource guide is in my bio as well. If you're watching on YT, it's in the description as well. If you are not ready to make the full investment into the course, you can also get my Move Abroad resource guide, but do not get both, because the course automatically comes with the Move Abroad resource guide. But if you still want like something, thank y'all for the hearts. If you still want something to get you started, then Marsha said Vietnam countdown, period. If you still want something to get you started, the Move Abroad resource guide still has everything you need. It just doesn't have videos. The Move Abroad resource guide is basically like the written version of the full course. So if you want like this type of format, like the video, you can see me, you can hear me, that's what you have the course for. And of course, because it's video, it's a little bit more of a deeper dive, but you can still get all the information you need in the Move Abroad resource guide, which is also in my bio. All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to get up off of here. If nobody else has any other questions, I'll leave it in my bio, the course, for like another 2 minutes in case anybody is kind of getting in there right now. I know sometimes it takes, you got to scroll down, put the information in. But otherwise, thank y'all so much for joining. And yeah, happy Monday. I will catch y'all next time. Please make sure y'all hit follow. And yeah, thank y'all so much for joining again. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later. Ciao.